Hi, beautiful people. Today is our first session of the Release the Spring of Light Within workshop. I thought it would be a workshop because I thought all of you wanted to come and take part in it, but as far as I can see, I'm going to do it by myself. So I make it a course as such. I hope that you are going to watch it later. Well, as I said, it was the very first course, and in March, at the end of March, I started up another one, and in April or May, another one. So you are not going to be bored here if you wanted to learn something. Anyhow, today is the Release the Spring of Light Within, where we are fortunate enough to have quite a lot of choices concerning our spiritual growth. Courses and workshops are offering possibilities to find the path and the meaning of life with it. Some of them are excellent. However, many of them fail to offer the basic understanding of existence. Without foundation, the information is floating around and makes living more confusing than ever. To comprehend the concept of early living is not that hard. Just like a fairy tale, we imagine the story and sometimes even accept certain part of it as real. Acceptance is good, but the wisdom comes from experience when one releases the information into practice. And it is hard. We like to cling to things and thought forms, regardless of their quality. During the 2160 years of Pisces-Neptune era, religions and capitalism put so much fear into our head that we forgot not just to use our abilities, but also about their existence. Intuition was labeled with words like fantasy, dream, illusion, and truth was reduced to the mere physical state. I want to teach you how to cleanse your soul from the withholding essence of previous lives, karma, thought forms, family ties, and connections. We go through the basic 4 elements and the foundation of the physical body, the course of incarnations and reincarnations, the duty and the contract. Also touch upon Atlantis as the beginning of earthly living, the universal school for the ever-developing souls. You learn the energy system of an earthling like yourself to see, feel, and hear beyond the boundaries of the physical body. In one word, we put you on the path to the 4-dimensional existence, the foundation for the energies of the golden era that started on the 28th of December 2012 Common Era, when the 5th Sun Age ended and the galaxy leaped into a higher dimension. Where we are going to learn about it, just I mentioned that the Sun Age is a period of time while the solar system completes a cycle or a circle around the center of the galaxy. I also want to add that you have to have a very open mind to come to my courses or chat or anything really. Because if you have prerequisites in your mind, then you are not going to learn anything. You know, in the comfort zone, there is no learning. So you really have to expand and just take everything in. You don't need to believe in it, just take it in and give it a chance. Okay? Let us get on with lesson 1 in this beautiful course. Well, the light, what we are searching for. The light we are after is the gnosis, the Hagia Sophia, the opus magnum, the beginning and the end, the great knowledge of humanity and the universe. As one starts the walk on the path of enlightenment, the light of wisdom takes over from the darkness of ignorance, and the earthling emerges from the Jahiliya. Well, Jahiliya is an Arabic word used in the Quran, and it describes the dark state of existence prior to finding the path towards the light of knowledge. Somewhere in the physical body, there is a dormant sparkle in every earthling. I usually refer to human beings as earthlings. Not a perfectly fitting word, really, because human beings are on 15 other Earth-like planets also, not only on Earth. So, but at the end of the road, you know, we live on Earth, so I usually say Earthlings. As a human physical body is an exquisite alchemical blend of the planet, it behaves similarly. And that is why I am referring to us as earthlings. However, while the sparkle within the center of Earth is pretty much alive, so is its connection with the universe. Earthlings need to work on finding and awakening the sparkle and the fire within. That is what we call the spring of light. This is the point we refer to as Hara. Hara is actually a Sanskrit word being used for many things nowadays, sort of belittled by ignorance here and there, but actually it means the center point of gravitation in a human body. Although it is said to be the place of balance, I would translate it as the meeting point of the micro and macrocosm within the essence of every earthling, because we get in a dormant state. The Hara is under the base chakra, meaning where the Jed column starts in Egyptian knowledge. Kundalini sleeps, according to Eastern understanding. And Malkut is in Jewish mysticism. And the awakening time, Hara slips into the lowest energy center, the base chakra, where it starts the journey towards the light. The most ancient symbol of this journey is the rod of Hermes, the caduceus. Later on, your path towards the light, there will be mentioned again. Hermes is the Greek name for Imhotep, and we also refer to Hermes as Hermes Trismegistos, but it's also a Greek name. because he was a great human being, and Imhotep is Egyptian, of course. He was the architect of the Saqqara Center, the pyramid, and all the education center also. And the Caduceus is a Greek name again, of course, of the winged sun topped staff. So there is a staff, and of course you top it with the winged sun. You can see it in Egyptian mythology and philosophies and teachings. And there are two coiling snakes on it. Unfortunately, this beautiful symbol was and is still used for the last 220 years as the symbol of modern medicine, and of course the US Army also, and many other organizations who has nothing to do with the knowledge, and they diluted its meaning, of course, with the non-existent knowledge use. Well, it happens to many of the symbols, actually. It's very hard to keep them clean. The path of the light, as you know, an earthling has 3 bodies: physical, spiritual, and astral. The physical body is closely connected to Earth. The astral body is to the universe, and the spiritual is in communication between the two. The 3 bodies represent the 3 microcosmic elements: earth, water, and air. As the elements, the bodies are also connected with a fine thread. Prior to embracing the light, these connections are not conscious. It is a state of existing in separation. During the Pisces era, that started around 200 before Common Era, the remaining knowledge was broken into segments and started the deliberate journey into the abyss of the past. Well, the Pisces era, I just want to say a sentence about it. The Pisces era is due to the precession of the equinoxes. We are going to touch upon them later, but when actually the sun rises in the spring equinox in Pisces. And of course, in this way, Pisces is dominating zodiac for the Pisces era. And of course, its ruling planet, Neptune, was a dominating planet as such. This is still the favorite method for destructive forces on Earth. Great powers cut up countries and companies in the process of wiping them clean. Since it is a slow and very painful death, there is no energy for uprising or protest. Mere survival gobbles up all the strength of those affected. Everything in the universe is interrelated. It is an organic matrix. Either you like it or not, the nearer to the center you are, the more involved you become. The aggressor might have more material in life, but he is stripped of his dignity and becomes the struggle where conscious existence is connected. In this sense, there are no losers or winners in life. As the result, the above-mentioned approach today, many earthlings refer to love life, career, and private life a separate aspect of living without understanding the alchemical blend of energies. At the early time of awakening, an earthling gets conscious of the physical body and let his life be governed by material, earth-bounded physical products, and this body is the center of attention. Eyes are used as the ruling senses. As the light gets brighter, the spiritual body gradually gains strength, and its connection with the physical body strengthens. The interrelation of thoughts and emotions become clearer, and the governing role is taken by the spiritual body as they embrace. Senses such as smelling and touching sharpens. As light from the hara is moving towards the universe, the astral body starts bringing in the fire element and the knowledge with it. Development speeds up, boundaries expand, and gradually disappear. The three bodies merge and existence will be governed by the astral body. The earthling becomes wholesome, the perfect alchemical blend of the universe. His life is powered by the great knowledge as he is connected to the creator force, the light, and walks the path to become the light himself. During the journey, the hara travels up on the spine and takes up residence in the appropriate chakra until it reaches the highest level, the crown. That is the winged sun, Keter in Jewish mysticism, the Sahasrara center with the thousands petals, representing the only reality possible, the royal embrace. Well, I want to give you a practice here to do at your spare time, of course, because it is very important that you actually think about everything I am telling you. Otherwise, it would be nothing. You would just step it over and go to the next lesson without learning anything from the first one. So I invite you to look at your life and assess it accordingly, according to the information given to you. The question to pursue are, where do I come from? Social background and understanding of living, favorite colors, music, films, books, leisure time, activities, view of life. The next question, where am I? Present understanding and all the above questions. The third question, what are my aims? Meaning the future. I really think you should start a journal and put your answers to a journal and use this journal for your WanderWisdom Club studies or information or suggestion or whatever you get from it or whatever comes to your mind through the knowledge you are getting here. So please do that, and if you want, you can submit your journal to me, and I would go through it, and if you would like you after, I could have a conversation with you about it also. So please do that. You know my email address. You can use any of it actually. So just send it to me and that's it. But give it time though, because it is not a one-day answer. Okay, I would like to show you a very interesting picture or yeah, image I drew to actually make it clearer to you what I was talking about earlier. So let us get back and I share my screen. Okay, hold on. Share screen. Yeah, let's do this one. Excuse me. So as you can see, there is an image here, the two equilateral triangles of life. That's a very important triangle. We are going to talk about it later as we go on with our studying. But to see, there is the fire element coming from the universe. And the triangle in the physical existence is here with the water element and earth element, as I was telling you before. They are also referred to as emotional aspect, the water element, of course. In polarity, as an energy, is positive. The earth element is a material aspect, and in polarity, it is negative. It is the man element. Well, I want to emphasize that positive and negative are not good and bad. They have nothing to do with that. They are just polarities. We have the two polarities in everything. You know, that's how Earth and the whole universe is actually moving around and relating to each other and connecting and dividing and moving around. So that has nothing to do with neither good nor bad whatsoever. Not to mention, I mean, good and bad are man-made uh, um, words, and everybody seemed to have a different idea about it. So who cares at the end of the road? So it is nothing to do with it. So that is what is happening. So the fire element is the peak of this equilateral triangle coming from the universe. And the deeper it gets into the blue equilateral triangle, the better it is for the human being, because then the universe is getting into earthly existence with its knowledge, with its understanding, with its life, and with everything what the universe is capable of offering. And also, of course, it is the spiritual evolution. Now, I again have to say that spirituality has nothing to do with religion, not even a bit. So please do understand that religion and spirituality are definitely very much two different things. We are going to talk about it later, but at the end of the road, just to bear it in mind. So what happens is this equilateral triangle from the universe is slipping into the one, the blue one that comes from the earth and the physical body. And the more it slips into it, the better it is, the more evolved or awakened the human being becomes. And at the end of the road, this equilateral triangle will slip into the blue one completely. So they would make up a six-pointed star. Well, I don't have one six-pointed star now at hand, but you have seen a six-pointed star, I am sure. It has nothing to do with the Star of David. It has nothing to do with Judaism. It has nothing to do with any kind of religion whatsoever. Again, they represent a human being, and that's the origin of the six-pointed star. And I am certain that Judaism based its knowledge on that particular understanding, because that should be the understanding of everything, whatever we teach, whatever we do, and whatever we want to achieve in life. So it's perfectly selected. That's what it is all about. And of course, the blue is the microcosm, and the red is the macrocosm on my drawing. The microcosm is always the place where you feel comfortable. Some people's microcosm is the room where they sleep, and some people's microcosm is at the very end of the ever-expanding universe. So, I mean, it is really up to you what the micro and the macrocosm is. However, obviously, the more we learn from the macrocosm, the microcosm will become better, knowledgeable, awakened, elevated, and that is, again, that is the aim of existence. Okay, so I stop sharing now because right, let us get on with our little learning here. I propose a meditation, and I call it the jet cleansing. Jet is an Egyptian symbol. Unfortunately, again, I don't have, no, I don't have one to show it to you, but later on I will show you a very nice one. Actually, you might see on the header of my Sparkle Ignite Luminate now I should find one really, I think. Okay, let me just find one. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't really very difficult. Okay, right. So let me share my screen again, and I will show you the jet column. There we are. This is the jet column. I am sure you've seen this symbol before. if nobody else in my teachings, definitely, because it is quite a favorite of mine. It actually tells you everything about human existence. It is absolutely wonderful how it's been put together, and it represents a human being. So that's the jet column. As I was telling you, we will learn about it later. I am always saying later only, not because I don't want to tell you, but because it would need so many more information to get there that it's no point of doing it. But when we arrive at the information, then you would be able to understand what the jet column is all about. It is just wonderful. So we are doing a jet cleansing meditation. I call it the jet cleansing meditation because we go through certain areas of our physical body, like the jet column has all those compartments as such. So that's what we do. And we light a candle within with this meditation. Obviously, it would be much better if you could do it in your spare time, just taking as much time as you want, because the idea is to do this meditation. I tell you the story, and you need to sort of imagine that you are walking this story, you are living this story. Okay? So sit down comfortably with straight back and your feet on the ground. Inhale slowly, counting to 3, and exhale in the same rhythm. It would be like 1, 2, 3 in, 1, 2, 3 out. 1, 2, 3 in, 1, 2, 3 out. And repeat the motion 5 more times. Imagine a strong beam of golden light descending from above and penetrates your crown chakra on the top of your head. Yeah? As you inhale, it comes down to your base chakra and fills it up. Your base chakra is the very end, the base of your spine. It holds your spine and it holds your body, actually. As it is filled by the gift of the universe, project your energy center out in front of you. It becomes a balloon with events, symbols, and words within. Open your diary, the true companion of this journey, and write down what you see. Now I am explaining it to you. So we are talking about the base chakra that is at the very end of the spine, at the caudal vertebra. And that's where you have this feeling or image that your chakra sort of leaves your physical body and becomes seen in front of you. Just like a drawer, and you look at it and see what is in this drawer, because our chakras always take everything related to them. So it is important to see and make note of it. Whatever you can see, whatever colors, whatever words, doesn't matter if you cannot make sense of it. You will later on, but that is something you need to sort of write down. And when you finished with that, you go up again to the universal energy and bring it down to your sex chakra. Doesn't matter where it is at the moment. You just have to know that the second chakra is the sex chakra. Some people refer to as sacral and, oh, I don't know, a lot of other stuff, chakra. I want to say sex because I am not afraid of saying sex. And as far as I'm concerned, that is really the sex chakra. So put it in front of you and just look at your sex chakra. What is that? What are the words? What are the feelings? What are the images you find that? And of course, put it into your beautiful diary or journal or whatever you call it. Okay? And then go through with all the 7 chakras. So just to make sure, I will tell you the 7 chakras because out there are billions of people talking about 8, 9, 10, 11, God knows how many chakras. But you need to understand something. The universe is made up of numbers, and there are universal numbers, very, very important numbers in the universe, and one of them is 7. It cannot be 8 and it cannot be 9. It has to be 7. So I am telling you the 7 basic major chakras, and that is what you need to pay attention to at the moment. We started with the base, of course, and after we went on with the sex. And then after the sex chakra, we arrived at the solar plexus. After the solar plexus, we arrive at the heart chakra. After the heart, we come to the throat chakra. And after the throat chakra, we come to the forehead chakra. Some people might call it the third eye chakra, but it is not the same. So I would really like you to refer to it as the forehead chakra. And after you arrive at the crown chakra, go through all of them and push them out, project them out of your body. Look at the drawer, whatever you have in them, and make note of them. Don't do anything with them because you don't know how to do it yet. But later on, we will make sure that we'll get rid of stuff we don't want and whatever it is. But at this moment, that's what you do. Yeah? When you finished, send the golden light back and thank the universe for its kindness. Relate the scene and hurt to your life and feelings connected to each chakra. Add comments in your diary. Now, with one projection out, you put the whole 7 of the energy centers out and just imagine that you fill them with golden light. You don't need to have the golden light again from the universe because everywhere we find the golden light. It cleanses your body. So you will be rid of all the residues you've been keeping in, and your hara will sort of start living again and make some movement within your body. And the light, of course, that's the light. Yeah. Okay, when you do that, it's very nice. Now we have to go back to the golden light again. Now imagine that the same golden light comes back from the crown chakra. Bring it down into your heart chakra. Doesn't matter where it is. You just say heart chakra because the chakras moved up a bit and now they are not there what usually people think they are. So just bring it there to your heart chakra. Let it warm you and give you a feeling of trust, present and future. Then send this golden light down within your body to the solar plexus, just one down, where rituals such as this take place. Project your chakra out as you have already learned, and with the strength of your mind, furnish it with a round table. It is a simple table with 4 legs, natural, wooden, unfinished piece. There is a white, unlit candle in the middle. Now I have to speak about it because obviously it might be a bit difficult. What I mean is you brought the golden light down to your heart chakra. And then from your heart chakra, you warmed it, it warmed you, it gave you a good present, it gave you courage, it gave you warmth, and then you push it down one chakra under the heart chakra, and that is the solar plexus. When it arrives there, then project your chakra out as you learned before, and you will see this chakra becomes a space. This space is as big as you want it to be. It can be a room. It can be a room where there is a round table. It is important that the table has to be round. 4 legs, nothing fancy whatsoever, just a round table with 4 legs. There is a white candle, unlit white candle in the middle. This is what you imagine you have, okay? Now look above your head. Imagine that there is a ball of bright, silvery golden light hovering there, waiting for invitation. It's another beam of light, of course. Let this ball into your body and feel as it travels through the upper chakras and stops in your solar plexus. You see, as the light approaches the candle on the table, lit it, and speedily disappears back to the universe, following the route it came in. You see, we have and we worked with many beams, golden beams. Every beam has different purpose. So we have to select different beams for different purposes because the energy itself or the beam itself, the light itself is coded by whatever they have to do, whatever task they need to perform. So that's why we actually use different beams of energies. You feel warmth and content. Gaze into the candlelight without focusing on it and listen to your intuition. Now bring your chakra in with the lit candle into your body to give you the brightest light possible. And then thank the universe for the help. Well, I note that this candlelight is the channel between you and the universe. All information and knowledge coming to you through this route is filtered by your own understanding of the world. The wider your horizon is, the more you may learn. Please do appreciate that you need to follow my directions to the dot to stay within the safety zone. It is my priority to keep you earthbounded to the extent necessary in order to achieve that. The AKIA logo, which you should have, well, I am going to send it to you, is a good help in your work. Whenever you feel floating, you can just gaze into the AKIA logo because it is coded. I put so much time and energy in creating it. So that is the best way. You can see it everywhere, actually. It is this green pyramid with a golden five pointed star. I have it everywhere. That's the AKIA logo. So it keeps you very nicely and help you with the work. The incoming knowledge has to be regulated according to individual intelligence and eagerness to succeed. Boundaries need to be pushed beyond the comfort zone just enough to allow the light in. As new information settle, they gradually become part of the extended comfort zone. Well, we've been talking about light, and I haven't really explained what the light was really. Light is the symbol of knowledge. Knowledge is information which has been built into the energy field by experience. It is something you understand and not believe. Questions like why and how should be asked constantly to enable new information turning into knowledge. So if you have anything in your mind that you are hanging on to, that you think you believe in, but you don't understand it, then you have to get rid of it because you have to understand it. Yeah? Do not be afraid of getting rid of information in case it doesn't fit, you know. One day when your perception arrives, there you might say, yes, now I understand. Or you dismiss it from your system forever. It is your choice. So let us do a light cleansing and healing now that you understand what light is, yeah? The source of light for Earth and its inhabitants is the big fireball, meaning the sun, as the center and pulling power of the solar system. He is the master energy manipulator and caretaker. As a student of AKIA, you enjoy many privileges that you will understand while traveling in time and space. One of these valuable perks is to be allowed to visit the sun. Although the sun is practically not a planet, due to some kind of classification, as an energy mass, it behaves as one. Now I just need to tell you something. We went through quite a lot in a lot of changes in our solar system very recently during the last 3 years. So there were times when we were not allowed to go to the sun, and there were times when the sun centers were almost demolished and crumbled and whatever, but now they are sort of built back again. So I can take you there. Of course, we cannot get into the sun by astral traveling because it is very hot. So there is life in the sun, actually, mind you, because they have star gateways. And of course, the star gateways is something else what we need to talk about a bit later on. And we go to those star gateways. So we visit always star gateways on every planet because our astral body couldn't take on anything else. We have to keep ourselves safe, and we don't want to have any kind of accident by astral traveling here and there. So this is the sun meditation. Pay attention to it because we are going to use it quite a lot. It is an extraordinarily good meditation, and especially when you are working with light, so it will be all right. I have mentioned earlier that imagination, fantasy, and illusion are not more force than the so-called tangible objects or subjects we label truth. They are both the work of the mind and closely related to the creative power of the individual. I create every meditation to serve the sole purpose, horizon stretching. Naturally, I am responsible for keeping you safe. Therefore, it sets the boundaries to stretching boundaries. There you are. Sit down comfortably with straight back and your feet on the ground. Inhale slowly, counting to 3, and exhale in the same rhythm. Now you know the rhythm because we did it once. Repeat the motion 5 times. Imagine a golden stream of energy from above coming through your crown chakra. Do not forget, it has to be golden. If it is not golden, then just do it as long as you be able to create a golden light, because it has to be golden, okay? Your breathing is the carrying vehicle of the most precious healing and cleansing substance. As you inhale, the golden energy gradually fills you, and your astral body will be connected to the higher plane of existence. This connection is temporary, for similar energies like each other, and without this higher plane in your everyday life, you can only be exposed to this energy for a short period of time. The supervision needed comes from us. Well, the us is always me, you know. through the AKIA logo. So the AKIA logo can be used. I am going to send all of you a JPG or a PNG or whatever to have it printed and have it in front of you anytime you wish. Let the light fill your body. Let it flow into your aura. Your aura is, of course, your expanded physical body. And expand it to 3 meters in diameter. You are a miniature sun now, with the same power, the light, and knowledge. Hold one of your hands out, palm up. Imagine that there is a scale, vertical scale, in front of you with the 7 major chakras on it. You find that your hara is moved up into one of these chakras, and it doesn't matter which one. Put your palm under it and slowly push it up into the crown chakra. Again, you imagine where is the end of your astral body or spiritual body and push it up there, okay? You feel the weight against your palm. So it cannot be like this, you know, it has to have a weight on your palm. When your center of gravity arrived into the highest center, you feel that your whole existence lift up from the ground and you feel a floating sensation. Push your palm further until you arrive into the sun as a response to its pulling power. Let yourself be caressed by the warmth and light. Listen to your intuition and observe your surroundings. When you start feeling tired, put your palm out again, looking downwards this time, and push your hara down slowly to the base chakra. Thank the universe and the sun for the experience. Write down your experiences. Well, it is a great daily exercise for healing your immune system, just to add to it. Well, it is the end of today's lesson as such. If you have any questions about it, you just have to send them to me. No, actually don't. I will have to give you a different email address for it, or you can just put it under the post of today's lesson as such, or today's exercise or course as such. So you can put it there and I am going to answer you. I hope you learned something today and you can use all those exercises for good reasons and quality living. Thank you very much for being here. Take good care of yourself and we'll see you soon. All the wonders.